को powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar. In association with Motorola Edge 60 Pro, the edge of excellence.
In association with SBI, be alert, be scam safe.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
They say love is intense and calls for deep, grand gestures. But true love, it's hidden in the moments we often overlook. Waiting to be noticed. It's in the curve of a smile that lights up everything. It glows in the presence of people who make you feel at home, even in unexpected places. Love is simple. Love is effortless. It's the soft voice reminding you just how special you are. Love is sharing your inner sparkle with the world. Love is light, candor, lifestyle, jewelry.
Like a tide to the shore, I keep coming back for more.
My jelly won't set.
Our fridge is intelligent.
Even more than that.
AI-powered cooling that adapts to your usage. Godrej side-by-side refrigerators.
Hey, careful, huh? My daddy got it from abroad. Hey, disaster! How will you pay for the loss now?
In stock market, you should take risk as per your capacity and knowledge. Trade in options very carefully.
Wow, Dikra! Absolutely perfect. Take risk with full understanding.
रुको बेटा, अभी सारे रंगबाजी निकाल देते तुम्हारी। हेलो भैया, जल्दी लाल चौक पर पहुंचो, यार जनता बचा हुआ है। व्यस्त लग रहे हैं।
जरा मुस्कुराइए, वाडी लाल खाइए।
They say love is intense and calls for deep, grand gestures. But true love, it's hidden in the moments we often overlook. Waiting to be noticed. It's in the curve of a smile that lights up everything. It glows in the presence of people who make you feel at home, even in unexpected places. Love is simple. Love is effortless. It's the soft voice reminding you just how special you are. Love is sharing your inner sparkle with the world. Love is light, candor, lifestyle, jewelry.
Back with the market, right here on 80 now. It's a quiet start. That's what the implied open for the Nifty is adjusted towards, 24,680 a print. But let me take it across to Snehi and find out what are the stocks in news this Friday morning. Snehi?
Well, yes, Asha, good morning. Lots of stocks to watch out for in today's trade. First up, let's talk about some stocks whose earnings came out post-market hours yesterday. Grasim, first of all, mixed set of numbers coming in from this Nifty company. Revenue up 32%. Losses have narrowed, but margins have shrunk to 2.5% to from 7.8% to 2.5% this time. So, mixed set of numbers largely coming in from Grasim. On the flip side, weak set of numbers coming in from Concord. The revenue and PAT both have shrunk 2% on a year-on-year basis, and the company has also recommended a bonus issue in the ratio 1:4. Ramco Cement as well, weak set of numbers coming in. Net profit is down 74% and margins have also shrunk on a year-on-year basis. But other than earnings, watch out for Tata Steel. Big positive news coming in for Tata Steel. They've inaugurated the phase 2 of capacity expansion in Kalinganagar by investing 27,000 crore rupees, and this is going to take their total capacity from 3 million tons to 8 million tons, so very big capacity expansion project underway for Tata Steel. Bajaj Auto, their subsidiary BAIHBV, has secured a 100 million euros loan from Standard Chartered, which will be used to fund investment activities. Indus Towers will also be in focus. They've acquired 26% stake in JSW Green Energy 8 for renewable power projects worth 38 crore. Now, on the back of fundraising, a lot of companies are and will be in focus. Ola Electric, the board has approved non-convertible debentures issuance worth 1700 crores. Adani Ports and SEC, they've approved NCD issuance worth 6000 crore rupees. Now, Hindustan Copper, this board will be meeting on 27th of this month to mull fundraising, and Prestige Estates, the board will be meeting on 29th of this month to mull fundraising as well. Lastly, in terms of board meetings and corporate action, JSW Steel, along with its earnings, will be mulling fundraising today. Ashok Leyland today, along with its earnings, will be mulling bonus issue, and Mahindra Lifespace Developers will be trading X rights issue today in the ratio 1:8. So watch out for all of these stocks in today's trade.
All right, now for Honasa, also numbers have come out and there seems to be a marked improvement. So why is there a marked improvement in Honasa numbers?
Understand what the earnings fine print looks like for Honasa Consumer, and if you take a look at this on a cons year-on-year basis, revenue has come in at 534 crores, which is up 13.3%. The street estimate was 511 crores, so beat on this front. Net profit at 25 crores compared to 30 crores, which is down 18.1% on a year-on-year basis. But sequentially, if you compare net profit, that has it's down only 4%. For EBITDA as well, there's a downtick of 18.1%, but it has once again beat what the street was estimating. EBITDA margins have shrunk to 5.1% compared to 7%, but once again beat compared to what the street was estimating. So the street was largely expecting a muted quarter from Honasa, and even though on a year-on-year basis there is a fall, on a sequential basis there is an improvement, and it has beat the street estimates. So first take is looking very good for Honasa Consumer. What has really done well this quarter and why we have seen such kind of growth is the volumes have once again picked up momentum. And how? Because the underlying volume growth has come in at 21.2%, and Q4 this growth was largely volume led rather than value led. Overall FY25 revenue is also up 7.7%. and overall volume growth for the entire year FY25 is up 13.2%. Their focus categories, which is the face wash, shampoo, sunscreen, it's back to double-digit growth. Mamaearth has also entered the top 5 in terms of face wash in market share, so that's looking good. Dermaco has crossed 100 crore ARR from offline channels. The modern trade channel is also up 20%. So more importantly, what we're trying to say here is that the reject that the management had taken in terms of recalibrating their channels and their trade distribution strategy is now working and is now coming into play, because double-digit growth is what we've seen in modern trade and e-commerce platforms. Lastly, if you take a look at what the con call takeaways was, the company has said that they're targeting double-digit top-line growth and EBITDA margin improvement of 250 bips in FY26. Their advertisement and promotion spends are set to decline. And lastly, they want to expand the direct distribution reach from 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh direct outlets. So looking like a very good and positive commentary and plan of action going forward as well. Overall, very good set of Honasa Consumer Q4 numbers, a beat on all fronts.
Sandeep Sabharwal joins us. Let's take a conversation forward. Sandeep, lot of moving parts again. When geopolitics and tariff got settled, suddenly bond yields are spiking again, and there is a new tax template which would be passed by the US administration soon. Do you think this is something which we need to analyze, sitting in India?
I think bond yields don't matter so much in my view, because of the fact that we are not in a crisis situation, and the rising bond yields are as a deed of basically it's a sort of follow through of the misdeeds of fiscal imprudence in those countries, which will lead to higher longer term bond yields and slower growth over the long term. So until and unless we are bothered about a possible default, we should not be bothered so much. And there's a clear divergence between bond yields of various countries. Like you look at bond yields in China, they're at multi-year lows. You look at bond yields in India, they're at multi-year lows. So I think there are divergent trends all over. European bond yields have also got unhinged from US bond yields. So until and unless we reach a situation where there could be a crisis of which is sort of default related, then those issues could be there. on the US tax changes and all, I think the only thing which should bother Indians is the remittance tax which has been proposed, which could hurt uh, the flow of remittances to some extent and increase the cost for the Indian diaspora staying in US. I think that's something which will be a small concern. Except of that, nothing to do with India.
Hi, morning. Let's analyze some of the earnings then. Sun Pharma, you tracked this one. What did you make of the numbers? Because while the India faction seems good, weak US and more importantly, cautious guidance now amidst all the global uncertainty at play is what the management has cited.
Yeah, so the reported results are operationally were good because they had some extraordinary write-offs, etc. But the guidance, obviously, which they have given for this year is muted. So top line growth is fine, but they are indicating some sort of increase in expenses in the short term, which would potentially impact margins. So I think to that extent, earnings growth, which at least for this year becomes subdued and potentially for next year improves as many of these things play out. So my guess is that we could be in for subdued return period for Sun Pharma for some time now.
Okay. Aditya, there's unusually strong move in TTML. I mean, traders, they love the ring of TTML. Even though landline does not use the TTML phones now, but TTML, you know, the ring for a trader is great. Where is that stock headed?
A very difficult call, Nikunj, honestly, because this is really a shot in the arm to take a call. 85 is something which is the next immediate resistance on TTML. Would I recommend somebody to go ahead and buy afresh? Definitely not, because we've seen the kind of moves the TTML stock shows. If you already own it, maybe look for a target of 85 on the upside, place a stop loss somewhere on 70, 71. Apart from that, I don't really see much room on the upside. Even if you get a move beyond 100, that will be a surprise move for me.
Sandeep, you remember TTML, the landline service provider?
Yeah, I have a landline phone by TTML.
Still? What's happening in this stock?
Very few people who still have a landline, I guess.
Yeah, but I think Tatas have discontinued telecoms. I don't think it would be TTML landline for him. It cannot be TTML.
It is Tata Teleservices only.
Okay. I really need to find out, you know, more details about that. That means. Okay, so you are a happy user. But
yeah, happy user doesn't mean that the share has any value. I think share should be valued at zero only.
It doesn't have operating business. I mean, frankly, does not have a big operating business.
Yeah, so I think this V, Vodafone, and this Tata Teleservices and all, they have no value actually. So I think these are just punting stocks. There's no reason why it goes up. There's no reason why it goes down.
TTML, as simple as that. Yeah, such a scattered market yesterday that sometimes you really, you know, struggle to find trends also. Just give me a second. Someone's taken my screen away. I don't know why. Just give me a second. Just trying to see if anything interesting in terms of the market action yesterday. Well, BSE yesterday reversed. Aditya, before you log out, where is BSE headed? Has it reached its point of climax now? Because this has just been one of those ranked outperformers, whichever way I look at the cut.
There is definitely a bit of a cool off, Nikunj, I would say, and it's a welcome to cool off, I would say, on the back of the news flow that we got yesterday. If you get an opportunity somewhere around 2200, between 2200, 2100 on BSE, I wouldn't shy away from taking a long trade here, at least for 2600 to about 3000 on the upside is what I'm looking on BSE. So given this corrective move that we are witnessing in BSE, I think it's a welcome move. And if you were missing out, if you had a FOMO of not getting long on BSE, this is probably the best opportunity for you to go long on BSE and look for a target of 3000. Hold it for some time and you will see decent upside.
Okay, Aditya, we'll let you go on that note. Thanks as always for your time. Let's quickly take it across to Ashesha. There's a Sensex revision which is slated for today. And of course, flows are expected to commence from June 20th. Ashesha is here to talk all about the inclusions and exclusions and of course the likely rebalancement on the FTSE as well.
Well, yes, FTSE and Sensex rejig announcement is expected to come in later today, and IIFL Research has come out with a report on expected inflows and outflows on account of this rejig. So first up, let's talk about FTSE, where they are expecting about $131 million of inflow on account of this adjustment for Hyundai. For Vishal Megamart, about $75 million of inflow. For Swiggy, $60 million, followed by NTPC Green and Vari Energies at $50 and $44 million respectively. So that's as far as FTSE rejig is concerned, and 5 stocks where IIFL Research is expecting inflows on account of this adjustment. Apart from that, let's also talk about Sensex rejig, where IIFL Alternate over here says that they are expecting inflows for 2 stocks. One is Trent and one is BEL or Bharat Electronics. Inflows of $278 and $275 million respectively, followed by Nestle, which is expected to be removed from the index, which could lead to an outflow of about $210 million, and IndusInd Bank could also be removed, which could lead to an outflow of $135 million. So several stocks will be in focus. This of course is an estimate which IIFL Alternate has come out with, and these could be the possible inflows and outflows on account of Sensex and FTSE rejig, which is expected to be announced later today.
Sandeep, let's spend some time understanding defense stocks now. And the geopolitical tensions, in a sense, have really exposed the fact that we need to be more and more really be dependent on new age tech now. Given that new age defense tech is going to be where the investment is going to move, which are the best defense stocks to invest in? Because HAL, BL, while they are big, they are good, they have cutting edge technology, do they have enough which can qualify them as the new tech companies or the new age defense companies?
So Bharat Electronics certainly, and that's some stock we have also been holding because they are working on various components, electronics, and so they have very high tech operations also. So I think to that extent, they should clearly be one of the leaders. HAL is more on the helicopters and uh, fighter jets and all of that, and engines. So there, I think we need further advancement. So can we get technology transfers to HAL to actually make fifth, sixth generation fighters is something we need to see, because what they are making right now is something of the past, but still they have orders and they will execute and their earnings will grow. And I think on that front,